warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns at staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the curse were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of basis. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle and drank down my last swallow. Then he bought a cigarette and asked me for a light, and the night got deathly quiet. Then his face lost all expression. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're seated at the table. There'll be time for counting when the dealing's done." Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is dying in your sleep. And when he finished speaking, he turned up towards the window, crashed out his cigarette, and drifted up to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler he broke even. Within his final words I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're seated at the table. There'll be time for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're seated at the table. There'll be time for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're seated at the table. There'll be time for counting when the dealing's done.